Good morning, Antique and Garden Showcase friends. Today I'm going to talk about something that I have in the past, but I didn't have a personal example to really give you. I'm going to talk about an antique fake. Now, as many of you know, I love antique planters, and I've got quite a few out in the yard. I have the ones that I use on the driveway wall, and I'll show you pictures of those here. I had three, and I found one which I thought was an exact match at an antique mall in a neighboring town. And I bought it. I put it away last fall. I didn't look at it a whole lot. I actually just stored it and thought, well, I'll work on it this spring. I ordered new liners for that through windowbox.com, got the new liners in, and then I painted all those. Still didn't notice anything. And when I set them all side by side to dry, I noticed something very unusual about the newest one. It was 1 inch shorter than the other three. I'm going, why in the world would a planter be 29 inches instead of 30? Because these window box planters like this are typically very standard sizes. They're all 30 inch for the larger ones and 24 inch for the smaller ones. And that's standard across the board in this particular design. So I thought, well, something must have been wrong. Maybe it was manufactured wrong. Maybe it was it was a defect. I didn't know. So I started planning what I was going to do to remedy this issue. And I thought I'm going to build some spacers and put in there and make the planter longer, because I've already bought the windowbox.com planter. And when I started taking that apart, let me show you what it said on the back. And here's a picture of that. Mexico. So this was an older knockoff at some point from somewhere that was brought in, imported, and it's not true to size. So let me show you what I'm going to do. In the next frame, I'll explain how I'm going to fix the window box, and I'm going to make good of it. I mean, the design is a match. For the most part, you'll never be able to tell the difference. They're all painted to match. So I'm going to show you how we're going to fix this imposter to make it work along with the originals. And let's take a quick pause. I just stopped at the flea market, and my entire back end of the car is full of garden shelves, candelabras, tables, chairs, little racks, all sorts of stuff. I found lots of neat things here today, so expect an updated video of some great garden items finally. Okay, so here's what I'm talking about. I have the planter taken apart, and it measures 29 inches from inside to inside. So what I'm going to have to do is take this, and we're going to have to, they've got some little tabs here. The little tabs are going to have to be taken off. And then I'm going to build up with this aluminum that I found at a Tractor Supply. I took it and cut it into pieces. I'm going to stack these and drill through to where I have 1 inch. And they'll make a perfect, when they're all put together, a perfect little spacer in there. And I could do some on one end and one on the other, but it was too hard to get one end off. So I just said, put them all on one end and the flowers will cover it over. So the interesting thing, and how I knew it was a fake, was right here. You can see it, M-E-X-I-C-O, Mexico. So this was an import where the others were not an import. And that was a giveaway after I took it apart, other than the fact that the size was incorrect to begin with. But otherwise, aesthetically, it's pretty much the same. Well, that about wraps it up this week. I am working on trying to get those planters done, and the weather's been up and down and up and down. We're actually in a little cold snap right now, so it's about 50-ish, upper 50s today, I'd say, for the high. It is very much springtime around here right now, and things are blooming and growing. You can see the formal garden there with all the daffodils behind me. Soon the flower boxes will be here on the wall, and I've got some petunias from Warren's the other day, which will be in there. And other than that, it's just been a lot of cleanup around here. The right now the tree trimming trucks are still in the street. They've been here all week, so that's why I've not done a lot of things outside. They've been trying to go down and clean the power lines out to make sure there's no overhanging branches that could damage them during storms and things like that. So we've been dealing with that noise and constant on the street all week long. So hopefully things are going to settle down and I can have some nice spring pictures and things around next week. I was looking while I was in Berea today doing some work. There were some beautiful tulips at Boone Tavern and some things around there. Hopefully I can get some pictures. So have a great week and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.